Today's episode is a celebration, a farewell, a reflection, and a toast. Because this week, I'm saying ciao to my 30s, not with sadness, not with regret, but with gratitude for everything this decade stretched, broke open, healed, and rebuilt inside of me. And I'm raising a glass, a full, joyful, intentional cheers to my 40s, to the woman I'm becoming, to the version of me that my 30s prepared me for, to the era of softness, strength, and self-trust. This is my transition episode, my threshold moment, my goodbye, and my becoming.
Welcome to another episode of the Blemished Beauty Podcast. This podcast was designed with you in mind. If you're ready to erase the norm and embrace the truth, come pull up a chair, grab a journal, and tell a friend that your favorite Jersey girl is back with another episode. So let's get into it.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the Blemished Beauty Podcast. I am your host and favorite Jersey girl, Cheryl Renee. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you for coming, and I hope you stick around and become a part of the community. In this space, we focus on the things that we cover up and learn tips and ideas that will transform our minds and prepare us for the new and best versions of ourselves. So with that being said, let's get into today's episode. When I walked into my 30s, I thought I knew who I was supposed to be. I had timelines, I had expectations, I had a picture in my mind of what grown woman was supposed to look like. But my 30s had other plans. My 30s were the decade that broke me open, humbled me, softened me, strengthened me, taught me boundaries, taught me surrender, taught me resilience, and taught me rest. My 30s were not gentle, but they were honest. They were not predictable, but they were purposeful. They were not easy, but they were necessary. I survived heartbreaks I didn't see coming. I rebuilt myself from pieces I didn't think were enough. I learned to mother differently. I learned to love differently. I learned to choose myself without apology. And in the final year of my 30s, life handed me a plot twist. Pregnant at 39, a mom of 3, a new identity, a new softness, and a new surrender. My 30s did not end up the way I planned, but they ended up the way I needed. So today, I say ciao to the decade that grew me. There's something that happens in the year landing or leading up to 40. It's subtle, it's internal, it's not loud or dramatic, but it's real. You start questioning things you used to tolerate. You start craving things you used to ignore. You start releasing things you used to cling to. You start seeing yourself with clearer eyes. It's like your soul whispers, "We can't carry this into the new decade." And suddenly, the things that once defined you, those roles, the expectation, the timelines, the survival patterns, they start to feel too small. In my 30s, I was building, I was proving, I was pushing and surviving. I was stretching, learning, and unlearning. I was healing, I was mothering, I was reinventing, and my 30s were a decade of becoming through fire. As I close this chapter, I want to honor the lessons that shaped me. Now, lesson 1, strength is not holding everything together. It's knowing when to let go, when to rest, and when to ask for help. Lesson 2, boundaries are love, not punishment, not distance. Love for myself and for others. Lesson 3, timing is divine. Life doesn't follow my plans. Life follows my becoming. Lesson 4, softness is a superpower. I don't have to be hard to be strong. I don't have to be loud to be powerful. And lesson 5, I am allowed to change. I am allowed to evolve. I am allowed to rewrite my identity in real time. My 30s were a decade of unlearning, relearning, and returning to myself. And for that, I say thank you. Now, let's talk about 40. Turning 40 isn't just a birthday. It's an identity shift, a spiritual pivot, a deep exhale, a moment where the woman you've been and the woman you're becoming finally meet each other face to face. 40 for me feels different. It feels grounded. It feels clear. It feels like arrival. 40 feels like becoming through intention. The woman I was in my 30s was strong because she had to be. Now, the woman I'm becoming in my 40s is strong because I choose to be. The woman in my 30s carried everything, but the woman I'm becoming in my 40s knows exactly what to put down. The woman I was in my 30s wanted to be understood, but the woman I'm becoming in my 40s wants to be aligned. The woman I was in my 30s survived, but the woman I'm becoming in my 40s will thrive. This is my identity shift. For me, 40 feels like choosing ease, choosing joy, choosing alignment, choosing myself, choosing peace over performance, choosing presence over perfection. 40 feels like a woman who knows who she is and who she's not, a woman who trusts her voice, a woman who honors her boundaries, a woman who doesn't shrink, apologize, or negotiate her worth. 40 feels like a soft, powerful, intentional rebirth. This is the decade where I move slower, love deeper, speak softer, stand firmer, dream bigger, and live freer. This is the decade where I stop surviving and start savoring. So today, I raise a glass. Cheers to the woman I'm becoming. If you're listening and you're standing at your own threshold, a birthday, a transition, a shift, a becoming, I want you to listen to this. You are allowed to outgrow the version of yourself that got you here. You are allowed to thank her and release her. You are allowed to step into a new era with softness and intention. For those of you who love to journal, here are some reflection questions for you this week. What am I ready to leave behind? What am I ready to carry forward? Who am I becoming? What does the next version of me need? What am I ready to receive? Your next chapter is not waiting for perfection, it's waiting for permission. So as I step into 40, I'm leaving behind the pressure to be everything to everyone, the guilt around rest, the need to be liked, the fear of disappointing people, the habit of shrinking to make others comfortable, the belief that I have to earn ease, the idea that I'm running out of time. I'm leaving behind the version of me who lived for survival. She served me well, but she doesn't get to lead this next chapter. If there is anyone out there that's turning 40 or entering a new decade of life or transition, I want to leave you with this. Honor the woman you've been, celebrate the woman you are, and welcome the woman you're becoming. May your 40s be filled with ease, intention, joy, and alignment. May you trust your voice, your timing, your intuition, and your becoming. May you walk into this decade with softness, strength, and a deep knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be. This is your era, your arrival, your becoming. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for allowing me to create this safe space for you. Until next episode, I want you to remember you are graced and gifted for a time such as this. You have purpose in this world, and you have been created to do great and amazing things. So until next episode, you guys, bye.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and don't forget to leave a review. You can follow Shira on all major platforms and on YouTube at Shira Renee 510. Until next time, spread love, show grace, and shine bright.